we found last year, and we were the end result of that one item exceed our expectation. It was the Beatles albums,
Like a record,
vinyl,
a vinyl.
a
Okay.
vinyl record,
Okay.
and it was interestingly enough, it was famous and highly sought after, not because of the album itself, but because of the cover. So it's had when we found it, it's already been covered. We call it a trunk cover. So you have the team of like Beatles sitting on a trunk, traveling trunk, but underneath that there was another cover called the butcher cover. So there was pictures of them having like dolls, like being chopped up and hanging on their shoulders and all of that. And apparently back in 1966, they had to do a recall. Capitol Records had to do a recall because it wasn't publicly acceptable with those kind of images. So they recall, and in the US, they stick another cover on it.
Oh my goodness.
And that becomes something that
highly sought after.
Yeah, highly sought after. And we were like, okay, great. And we did our desktop research.
Yeah.
We do the scanning, and it was like, okay, we think that's, we feel that there is enough evidence that there is a butcher cover underneath. And we thought it could go for $500 maybe as a highest bid, and we end up 2,500.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
wow, and that's something that someone could easily give in at a garage sale for $1, right? Like,
yes.
I mean, just how many times do people have consignment or have estate sales, and you find vinyls and things where it's like, just, take it, kind of a deal. To be able to
the nice thing is on our platform, our buyers know their stuff, right? So we have frequent buyers who are collectors, who are reseller, and they come to our platform, CTBiz, because they know that the items are from seniors' home, and they can get
quality items,
and a very good deal. So yeah, we have things that sold was like a steal of a deal, and we have like reseller who are collectors, who come to our platform and purchase the items. That's a great deal. And we have real item that sold for really, really high. It's like artwork. We have other franchise owner that we heard of sold painting for like 32,000 just because.
Wow.
It's more than 30,000, for example.
Wow.
It was hidden in a house somewhere in Wisconsin, for example.
Oh my goodness.
So our job is we do it with due diligence, so with care.
Yeah.
So we'll find things and we present them in the most professional way and with all the information that we could, and then let the bidder make the decision and determine the values.
That is very cool. So tell me, what is the most interesting thing that you have found in someone's house? I'm sure that we can think of all kinds of interesting things, but like, what's something that you're like, wow, that was a very odd find, or maybe that was just like a odd place to find something?
A few items. So I think last time I showed you the bottle of 3 gallons of whiskey.
Yeah, you did show me some whiskey before.
So
huge.
Yeah, huge. And I'm like, okay. We found guns. But the amount of guns is, I know in the US, it's legal to own guns, but like more than 80 of them.
Okay, so a gun connoisseur.
Well, he's a collector, for sure. And I'm like, 80, wow. And I had another client who's 85, and I've shared that with him, and he said, I just sold my collection for more than 80, so that's nothing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Big grandfather clock. We had our seniors that hide their jewelry. Actually, it's her mother jewelry in an Ajax.
An
container.
Ajax bottle?
Yeah. Fortunately, we keep everything because they look pretty new. We're like, oh, maybe, we can donate this. And then she came back to us and she's like, did you throw away, the Ajax bottle? Because it's my mother jewelry in there.
Oh my goodness. But that actually, it reminds me of, actually it's 2 stories. So I had a gentleman that I cared for many years in San Diego, and he used to, he did not trust the bank. So like credit cards to him didn't make any sense. And so he was into burying things. And so he had a big tractor and he would go out and use his tractor and he would dig holes and he would bury money all over his property. And then when he passed, we had an estate sale. And I wish I would have known you then because that would have been great. But the estate sale took place. And then a friend of mine was like, oh, I'll buy the bed. So when we got the bed up into the truck, it was like, this is one heavy bed. Like, wow, we know it's a California King, but that's a heavy bed. And when he took it home, he realized there was a tiny little pinhole and a button put over the seam. And when he removed, something was off. There was $100 bills. More than $8,000 was stuffed into this mattress. And it's like, whoa, like, so just sometimes, so I stories like that is, I imagine that there's things that just happen and come up. And another one is another friend of ours, senior father, lived in San Francisco. He was living by himself. He didn't trust the bank and he put more than $1 million in the walls. And, so there's things and stories like that come up. And, but that's why I think to have caring transitions, to have a team of people that can come in and bring some clarity and some calm to the chaos, because as a senior, whether you have support or not, it's going to be overwhelming no matter what, because this is a huge life transition. And we only have so many of those in our lives. Where to handle it when your body's a little bit more frail, your mind's failing you, and that kind of thing. It's quite a process. So I'm so impressed by you guys. I just love what you're doing.
So we came into the world with nothing, and literally we will leave with nothing. And before we leave with nothing, we accumulate a lot of things. So decluttering and downsizing. During that process of rehome, I like the word rehome a lot, because what we love more than anything else is to give these items, that was treasures by our clients, to people who appreciate them, who treasure them,
can rehome them.
So rehome, So I had recently sold one tablecloth that was crochet on an auction to a young buyer. And she was so excited when she came and picked up. She was like, I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait for my sister to turn this into a dress for me.